Welcome back. Today we're making Mr. Snake from the movie Bad Guys. So sit back and enjoy. Alright, we're just going to use some floral wire, get the basic shape, keep me on track. Then we'll bulk it out a little bit with some foil. Once we get it bulked out a little bit here, I'll start adding some clay. We're going to be using Super Sculpting Medium, which is kind of dried out, so we got to work it a lot. And then Super Sculpting Living Doll, blended in together. Here I'm going to be using a little bit of clay softener, make that new clay tacky. It'll adhere to the older clay better. Alright, as we go along here, I'm going to be bulking it out, adding some more clay, get it flat on the bottom so it sits real level. Alright, well, we got the body coming together here, so I'm going to start sizing out the head. Let's see how it works out. This is going to be my first animated character I'm doing. Using some more clay softener here to smooth it all out and get those fingerprints off of it. Alright, working on the second brow ridge here to make it looking like he's looking kind of sly. So we have it lifted up a little bit higher than the other one. Alright, well, it looks like we got it all smoothed out really good. Small little defect, looks like the wire's coming up through the clay there, but it'll work out okay. Alright, time to work on Mr. Snake's shirt. Grind out the eye socket a little bit, get that one to sit back a little bit further. Alright, time to finish off the head, so we're going to put the clay we need to get that jaw looking there. Look at those thumbs go. Here, I can get Mr. Snake's fangs put in here. I ended up snapping one of them off when I'm doing his hat. You'll see that. I'll be pointing it out. It moves kind of quick. But, we do get it back in there before we finish up. Alright, blending that top part in with the rest of the brim, and we're gonna clean it all up with some clay softeners, get the fingerprints off of there. Alright, let's get that hat band put in there. First one looks a little thick, so let's get a thinner one. Once I get that placed and spread it out a little bit, I still got to sand it down a bit because it's still too thick. Mr. Snake, on his hat, he's got two pins. Looks like a happy face and a sad face on either side. We'll get those in there. I have to sand those down too a little bit and get those thinned out. Alright, time to do some painting. We're going to use some Vallejo paints. We're going to airbrush the base paint, and then after that I use just a normal brush to finish everything else up. I'll be using some paint pens that I have to do the finer details in there. I do the flowers with the white, come in and decorate with the red, and then I'll do the eyes with the black pen and stuff. Unfortunately, I didn't record when I was doing the flowers for it, just the final details. Sorry about that. Alright, time to start working on the base here. So we're going to make it kind of a slithery little base. And the top we're going to be painted green. Side and the back we're going to do just the base black. And then we're going to sprinkle some static grass on the top. We're just going to glue it on with my with regular glue and use my finger and spread it around. Now it's time to do Mr. Snake's tongue, and we made that out of Cos clay, a little bit flexible. Alright, we're going to put the finishing touches on and show you what we ended up with. Well, I think you did a fine job, Timothy. Well done. Let's get out of here. This turned out to be a fun little project. I enjoyed doing this one. I want to thank you for coming along and watching.